Hello and welcome back to the channel. So in this video today I'm going to continue my work on AI analysis. If you checked out my latest video, that was on some introductory ways in which you could use AI for aiding your progression in your team, as analysing what was working, what wasn't, and what you could do with it next. Now if you do follow me on socials, you'll see that I have been testing out what I want to cover today, which is match results. Looking for tactical insights, ways to improve, what works, what doesn't, and that's what I'm going to cover today. So that sounds like something you're interested in. Stay tuned. Before I walk you through the AI analysis that I've done and how we go about doing so, I just want to quickly plug again my affiliate code. If you haven't signed up yet and you do want to sign up today, the link will be in the description. If you follow that link and sign up and spend your first $25, you'll receive a brand new free player, as will I. More the merrier, and help each other out on our journeys to become the best managers on Play MFL. So here we are with my club, Peacocks FC. As you can see, we are absolutely tragic in the league. Can make all the excuses I want in the world, but at the moment, this is a free run for me. This is allowing me to test things, work out what works and what doesn't, and next season, implement my team, my players, my agency, and make an impact based on what I've learned during the course of, well, half a campaign so far. So what I'm going to do is show you how I've started to test and work out how I can use AI to aid me with evaluating matches. It's important to stress, do you need AI to do this? No. You can do this manually yourselves. I know a lot of managers do. I was looking for that assistant manager, or even like professional clubs do. They pay for data services to do the analysis for them and track all the data. I'm implementing that within my club and just giving it a go to see what I can use to optimise performance. So I'm going to look at two different results. I'm going to look at this result here, the 1-0 loss in the league the other night, but against an opponent that's on average slightly better than my squad. And I'm also going to go to the cup game that I had it was last week now in the semi-final, so we can show the contrast between a win and a loss to get a bit of a batting average as to how this works. So let's go into the first result. So as you can see here, it was a 1-0 loss, fairly dull game to be honest. So I wanted to do a bit of analysis, dive a little bit deeper into it. You can do this yourself, you can go through and sort of analyse, okay, how good was my opponent's team compared to my own team. Further breakdowns here in terms of overall match results, match ratings and stuff, and giving you an overall breakdown of the strength of the opposition comparison to mine. As you see, they're slightly on average better than mine. It is zoomed out for a reason, so if it is a little bit hard to see, I do apologise, but it is for the data analysis we'll be doing. You can head over to your match report. If you haven't seen that before, welcome to it. Down here, it'll give you a breakdown of your own overall stats. I've just plugged some basic tactics that I've got plugged in to give it an example here. You can summarise it to these various categories. At the moment, it's showing a combined effort. If you just want your team, you can look at it in this way by clicking on your club badge. But what I'm going to do is show you how I would go around using all this information to do some analysis. So here we are, I've navigated over to ChatGPT. Any AI tool will do a similar sort of process anyway. It's already pre-populated with a load of information. I will leave a copy of some of the prompts that I've used in today's description if you want to test this out for yourself. And as you can see here, there's a load of images, and I've attached my club's CSV file to see if it can give me any further insights. So what I'm going to do is head back over to the game and just show you a quick run through of how you need to gather the information. You can't really copy and paste all the information effectively for AI to crawl the data and assess it. So any tool that will allow you to take a screenshot and grab it as an image, that's why we're zoomed out, so we can get as much information on the screen in one go. I'm going to use the screen grabbing tool here, highlight the page of what I want to do, and I'm going to then copy and paste that into the AI tool as I have done at the top here. I personally have been doing the main match screen here. I also wanted to start factoring in the player ratings, overall squad strength, so I've been factoring this in as well. And then tab by tab, screen grabbing, including the tactics, all the stats, and giving it as much data as possible. Let's just jump back over to the AI tool now though. So here we are back with the AI tool. All the images are in place. The CSV file's ready to run there. Here's a list of the copy, but I'll just give you a rough idea. So I'm asking it to analyse the images that are attached. Can it do a match analysis? And I've given it a load of parameters. I've told it what I wanted to consider. You don't have to use the same. You can implement your own. and you can refine whatever it basically generates for you. If you're not happy with it, you want to amend something, give it very clear prompts of precisely what you want it to do, in what order, and it will try and execute on those, and it will also give you suggestions as well at the end. So as you can see here, I want overall match analysis, I want strength and weaknesses of my team, of my opponent, giving it loads more information there, and pertinent to this is I want to add more. I'm going to want to repeat this, and I want to be building an ever-extending document of lots of results to look for some more further insights. So I'm going to let that run in a moment, and I'll show you the overall what it generates. Now it's finished running the analysis. I did tweak one of the instructions in regards to the overall differential between my opponent's strength and my own team strength, because I wanted to refine the outcome that came from it. So I'll just walk you through it super quick. So it gives us an overall match analysis. It talks through strengths and weaknesses in terms of my opposition and of my own team. It does take into account the squad differential, because I think that is important. It's something I want to be tracking moving forward. I do aim next season to have a much stronger team anyway, based on my own agency, but I want to track that over the course of a season. It gives me some tactical insights, both for what worked for them and what didn't work for us. Suggested tactical changes, potentially. Squad evaluation for recruitment, so sort of saying these guys are not doing so well, what should I maybe do about it? And it sort of comes up with some next steps of things that we're going to be doing. This is the nice bit that I do like about AI. It will also give you some prompts, some suggestions, some ideas. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to ask it to continue to begin a running log of all this information. And then I'm going to ask it to repeat the process again for the cup victory that we had. So you can see the contrast there. And hopefully by the end of this, show you the overall running data match reports that it is doing, and see how you could potentially implement that as a long-term strategy. So I'm back over at my club's homepage now. As you can see here, the victory that I was alluding to earlier, the cup semi-final victory that had an extra time. I'm going to repeat the same process I've just done previously, grab all the images that I need to grab by screen grabbing them, and then I'm going to import them all into the AI tool and effectively ask it to run the same process once again with the same parameters and see what it then generates. So I'll be back with you in a moment with that ready to rock and roll, and with the outcome following shortly after. So here is the next set of match data, all the images that I wanted to analyse again, and I've sort of preemptively said this is what I want you to do next. However, just a step that I did include after as a quick assessment is I gave it instructions as to what I wanted to do. I wanted to create a running log of club performance analysis with the results, with an in-depth dive into each of those, so we can start tracking ongoing trends and things like that. So it's got the running log ready to rock and roll, and it's just prompted me saying it's ready with the next set of match data. I don't want to change any parameters. I don't want to change what it's tracking or what it's performing at this point. But if you did, and you thought, you know what, I've overlooked something, I want to do a deeper dive into, I don't know, a metric like XG, then you could ask it to do that, and ask it if you like what it produces for a singular game, to go back and analyse all matches previously given using the same parameters again. It'll update the entirety of your documentation like that, and it's something else that you can look to do. So I'll be back in a moment. I'm just going to let it run this analysis, and I'll show you the outcome. So I'm back with the analysis now of our second game. It has got the breakdown from the previous match, but I'm just going to keep scrolling from here. So it's got the same information as previous. It's got a tactical breakdown. It's got the squad assessments, where in this instance we did have a narrow edge over our opponents. It shows how we dominated the game, what went well, who performed well, overall what's performing well as a particular unit, standout performers. Lots of things for you to look through there. What I'm going to navigate back to now is the club analysis log. This should now be updated with both sets of data. So I'm going to open it up. It's got the full evaluation here, all that information all in one go. And if I wanted to, I could ask it to turn it into a particular sort of log. So I don't know, can you turn this into a CSV file for those of you who want to use Google Sheets, as well as a visual representation in PDF format. So I'm going to let it run that, so it might take a moment or two, and I'll hop back on once it's done so you can have a look at the outcome. actually happened a lot quicker than I thought it would do. So it's got the CSV file, which I'll download now, and I'll load up into a spreadsheet shortly. It's also downloaded a performance log PDF, so I'm going to download that now super quick. Is that downloaded already? Yes, it has. It's loaded up. So it's got a bit of a breakdown here. I wouldn't say that's giving me much detail, so if I was going back over to here, I might ask it when it generates the next PDF, can you include and insert all the metrics you want to have included in there? And same with the CSV file if it's not quite up to the standard I want it to. So I'm going to navigate over to here, a Google Sheet that I've already got ready. I'm going to import the file, upload it to the correct place. Here we go. I want it to replace the current spreadsheet, that's fine. And see what information it's logged. So it's not logged a whole lot of information as a CSV file. I'd like it to track more data and information. So what I'd do there is I go back into the tool and I tell it precisely what I want it to do and what I think is it needs to implement to improve this process. So I'm going to hop back over to the club screen now and just give you my thoughts as to how you could use this long term over the course of a season. So I'm back here over at the club. How would I look to be using to implement this moving forward? Well, as I understand it, with Play MFL, you're in a league structure, they assign you the league come the new season as long as you register, but they do try and keep clubs that have been competing against each other after relegations and relegations have all been sorted out in the same league. So I can anticipate that teams up to around 5th, because I don't know how this it looks like actually, from 4th below, we're all going to be in the same league next season, theoretically, if everyone registers, stay the same. Obviously, we don't know what they'll do with their agency, what they'll do with these particular clubs, but by and large, there may be a certain amount of trends where the teams remain the same, the players remain the same, they may adopt similar tactics. So if I wanted to, I'm not going to go back retrospectively now, I don't believe, and do it for the entirety of the match results. But if you were doing this on a game-by-game, week-by-week basis, you wanted to track what was doing well, and I know that next time I was playing this team that I lost to later in the season, I could go back into the match report, look at how it turned out last time, what I found might be tactical insights, and just to jog my memory, and then go through and make tactical decisions in regards to that upcoming matchup as to what I think I might do differently. I think really there's a big hang-up in the community around XG. It is a metric that can demonstrate how good the scoring chances were for your team in that match. It can be wildly swung based on different types of events in the match, like a penalty. I think a penalty is 0.75 XG or something like that. So that all of a sudden that hikes the number artificially. And really, if you've got the XG opportunity, I had a lot of shots blocked. Straight away that it's a non-starter anyway. They might have been in a good position, defender got in the way. It's how many shots we're getting on target, how well is the goalkeeper performing. There's so many things that go into that, and I think you need to look a little bit deeper into what actually is happening during the course of the game. I know when I review matches and I want to watch through them, initially when I just want to see the general state of play, I do like extended highlights. I want to see moves and particular attacking exchanges or defensive for solidity and positioning. But there's so much more out there on this site for you to do more analysis of what's working and what isn't working. That AI can just aid you in helping break that down. So I'm going to wrap the video up there. I've got a few other things in the works at the moment. I'm currently looking into transfer target analysis. I'm looking at playing around with the AI tool around play potential analysis by assessing and crawling the white paper. But I still want to do a bit more work on both of those before I think they're ready for putting out there in video form. Last plug again for my referral code. If you found this interesting, you are showing interest in Play MFL and you haven't started yet, please feel free to use my referral code, or someone else's at least. Make sure you do use someone so you get your free player. I am going to be recording again shortly, as I have got my cup final coming up tomorrow. Fingers crossed on that one. But otherwise, thanks for tuning in. If you like the video, give it a like. Feel free to subscribe, share with your friends, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.